Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Addie and this is Addie's Cross and Quilts. Thank you for visiting my channel. If you're new, I hope you like what you see. Subscribe, like, and hit the notification button. If you are returning a viewer, welcome back. Thank you. I appreciate you coming back and visiting with me and my weekly update. Today's Friday, February 9th, 2024, and this is episode 11. As you saw in the beginning of this video, I showed a 1-2 minute recording of my FFOs for Valentine's. I started that last year and I'm trying to have little monthly, seasonal stitching. I'm not good at, I mean, I started strong, but Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. As you can see, they're all Valentine's Day stitching, which means happy Valentine's Day. To the friends, to the family, to the lovers, to everyone, happy Valentine's Day. For me personally, Valentine's is every day because I try to tell the ones I love you. Or I think about them, or I pray for them. So besides the little mini FFO recording at the beginning of this video, I have no FFOs and I have no finishes. So I have no fully finishes and no finishes. I have 6 whips that I'll be showing you. I am participating in the Whips Warrior Great Aussie road trip. So of course, because of that, I have been counting my stitches. So I'll be able to give you how much I counted for this week, and I will be able to give you a total for the entire week that I stitched. As you may know, I'm new to anything technological, anything techie, so I'm learning slowly but surely, and hopefully I'll be able to get better at editing these videos, inserting and all of that stuff, but also get better at figuring out how I'm going to be able to give you statistics. Although statistics are, if I'm right, is just basically what I've done so far. Anyway, let's move along. So as I was saying, I am literally participating in, I think it's 6 SALs, and I'm also participating in the Whip Warriors. The part of Whip Warriors I'm doing is Sweewie, which is stitch what I want when I want, which works because then I can use it for, I can use my SALs and I can also use it for the road trip. So the 6 SALs that I am participating in are Rosewood Manor BD SAL, that is hosted by Beth Moyes, who is a steadfast stitcher here in FlossTube. She also has a Facebook group called Crafts and Books. Sorry about that. I blanked right there. The other SAL I'm participating in is Princess Birthday SAL, that is hosted by Allison at the Moment, who is a sister to Stephanie, and both of them have a FlossTube that is Cross Stitch the Globe. The third SAL I'm participating in is Moon Glow Magic SAL. That's hosted by Stephanie, who's the sister to Allison for Cross Stitch the Globe. And they are a FlossTube channel, and you can find them on Instagram at Allison at the Moment or Cross Stitch the Globe. The fourth SAL I'm participating in is 1 Dozen Quaker SAL, that is hosted by EJ of the Sunshine Stitcher, and the actual hashtag to it is Bake Me a Quaker SAL. That's the actual thing, but it's a Rosewood Manor pattern. You can find them here on FlossTube and Facebook, Sunshine Stitchers. So I think the 6th one I'm going to start participating in is the Year of the Dragon SAL. That starts tomorrow. It is hosted by Fibers and Floss Canada. I think her name is Erica. I'm not 100% sure of her name. And her friend, Samantha, the Hugo sister. You can find them both on YouTube. I'm not sure if they are on Instagram or not. And you can also find me on Instagram at Addies_cross_n_quilts. So let's start with our whips. The first whip I have for you is the Moonglow Magic. I'm gonna have to pause, just give me a second. This is being stitched on a 16 count Aida opalescent called Hurricane by Under the Sea Fabrics. This is part of the hashtag Moonglow Magic Sal hosted by Stephanie of Cross Stitching the Globe, or Cross Stitch the Globe. This is where I was at the last time I showed you. And let me take it out of the thing real quick. This is where it's at right now. So I am almost finished. I've got, let me put the board behind it to see if it doesn't look transparent. There you go. How's that? Better? I hope it's better. So I've literally filled all of this up and I've got this here. So I basically have this piece of the blanket. I call it the scrappy quilt. And I think 1 or 2 more leaves and then I'll outline her and I'll be done. So for this week, I stitched 638 stitches on her. So I'm really satisfied and I'm really excited to see that she's almost complete, and we're gonna be moving right along with that. The next whip that I have is Long Dog Sampler. This is what it looks like. I'm sorry, the way I took a picture of her thing, but this is what it looks like. This is part of the Long Dog Sampler Sal hosted by Craft On Books. This is where I was at. And this is where I am at right now. This is being stitched on here we go. This is where I'm at right now. This is being stitched on a, let me get my paperwork out, sorry. Where did I put it? Oh great. Now I don't know where I put it. If my math is correct, this is being stitched on a 28 count opalescent Belfast. It could be 32, but I think it's 28. I have to look for my paper. I had it here. I don't know. I misfiled it. So I'll look for it and then put it back because I like to keep my projects together. And I stitched 475 stitches on her this week. Again, the stitch count is part of the Whip Warriors. So yeah. Moving along, my next whip is 1 Dozen Quakers by Rosewood Manor. This is part of the Stitch Along from EJ, hosted by EJ of the Sunshine Stitchers, and it is hashtag Bake Me a Quaker Sal. It is being stitched on 25 count Cashel opalescent white, and I am using Cottage Garden Threads fabric. And oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to show you where it was at the last time. The last time I showed it was here. This is where it was at the last time I showed this. And this is where it's at right now. And I'm really enjoying this one. Oops, sorry about that. And I stitched 958 stitches on this one this week. It's beautiful. I love the colors. These are the colors. These are the colors. And I love them because they blend into each other. So yeah, look how gorgeous that is. It's like a, I like it. I chose these colors because they remind me of sprinkles. And I'm like, well, if we're doing, you know, we know a dozen quicker is like a baker's dozen, you know, so I'm thinking donuts and I'm thinking sprinkle colored donuts. That was my thought process. I don't know if it was the right process to have or not. Anyway, next is Hands On Designs, a year in celebration. I am stitching February. I've already finished January and I'm stitching February. When I showed this to you, I was here. And while working on this, I realized that I did something wrong here. So I had to unstitch and then continue. Sorry about that. And this is where I'm at now. It's being stitched on a 32 count Belfast opalescent raw silver, or raw Belfast silver opalescent. However, the way she wrote it here is raw silver Belfast, and we know it's opalescent. So that is that. And I stitched 200 stitches on her. Next is Raven Queen. Next is Raven Queen. Raven Queen is being stitched on a 28 count opalescent Lugana by Be Stitch Me called Paranormal. This is where I was. And this is where I'm at. So I filled this out and I filled these colors out and I added the more black and then I came over and I added this gray. And that was a total stitch count of 846 stitches. And my last whip is from Itso Emma, called Row by Row. This is what it looks like. I'm stitching this on an 18 count natural, Rustico Ada, called Natural, by the Color of Natural. When I showed this last, where are my pictures? What did I do? Here we go. When I showed this last, I was here. And this is where I'm at. And I stitched a total of 356 stitches on her. So what are my plans? My plans are to work on row by row today, and also my February year of calendar. And then tomorrow I'm supposed to be meeting up with my friends at the 3 Stitches LNS in Spring, Texas. It's roughly 45 minutes to an hour, depending on traffic. And we have a Stitchy Saturday. She hosts a Stitchy Saturday, the second Saturday of every month. And then I will be starting the dragon. I will be starting the dragon that I purchased from Etsy. Is it? That's how you say it? Etsy? Yeah, Etsy. It's called Dragon One. It's called Dragon One, and it is designed by Happy Mood Point. And this is what it looks like. And it will be part of the hashtag, the Year of the Dragon Sale, that is hosted by Fiber and Floss Canada and Samantha the Huga Stitcher. So those are my plans for today and tomorrow, and then I don't know what else I'm gonna do. Let's move on to Stitchy Kindness and Investments. First of all, I think it was the last weekend of January was the 24 hours of cross stitch weekend, and Beth Moyes from Craft and Books hosted a Zoom that weekend, and of course during the Zoom, you know, she had giveaways, and I won this. This is a 22 count Ada. It's a 22 count Ada. I'm assuming it's a fat quarter because of the size. It's size 18 by 21. It's from Bestitch Me, and it's called Frankenstein. And it is so beautiful because it's like a gray with a mottled lavender. Gorgeous. I mean, I saw this, and the first pattern I thought that would look beautiful on this is the Lila Studio Halloween Quaker. So I'm going to check to see if it fits, because if it does, I'm definitely going to be stitching it on this. The next 3 items I'm going to show is part of the is block of the months and floss of the month. If you have not received your January fabric from Under the Sea Fabric or from Bestitch Me, or you haven't received your January silks from Bestitch Me, I say look away for the next. I'll say when I'm done, okay? So the first one I'm gonna show is a 28 count opalescent Lugana from Under the Sea Fabric called Frigga, Frigga. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right or not, but look how pretty it is. It is like a mottled teal and gray and lavender. It's gorgeous. It's almost to color showing here. As soon as I saw her, I know I'm gonna do a fancy lady on her. I just don't know which fancy lady I'm doing on her. The next fabric I received is from Bestitch Me. It's a 28 count opalescent Lugana. It's called Petunia. I'm in the bright colors, I guess, because I like them all bright. And she's been sending some beautiful fabrics from in this club. So yes. And then the final thing are the silks. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. This is part of the January Silk Club. And look how beautiful they are. It's like absolutely beautiful. Look at the colors. Yes, here we go. And it's called, this one's called Bering Sea, Sugar Plum. I love that. Plum, yummy. Primrose, and Pretty in Pink. And that is all my mental health investments and my teaching kindness. So remember, everyone, take care of yourself, take care of your mental health. I know we worry a lot about the stresses of the world, but sometimes you need to sit down, step back, invest in yourself, whether it's taking half an hour to stitch or, sitting down and reading a book for 20 minutes and just closing off the world and just focusing on and filling yourself, because you cannot pour out from an empty vessel. My saying this is I stitch a lot, and that's the way it works with me to help settle my anxiety and my worries of the world. So, take care of you. That's the best thing you can do. Before I forgot, I continue, I forgot to give you the total of all the stitches that I did for this week, and it was 3,433 stitches. So I'm pretty proud of myself. And again, it's because I invested a couple hours a day to my mental health, to my joy, to my happiness. And because of that, I'm able to pour out and smile and be happy and share my happiness and, just do what, we're supposed to do, which is be a beacon in today's world. Anyway, that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed. Happy Valentine's Day. Bye.